like in the lobby, so I hope nobody else in the plaza sees me. Just
Dude, that would be awesome.
do my thing. They're gonna think, "Are you okay?"
We're live.
Yeah, we are.
We are live on Facebook again for
the
last
time. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, and stay there. Ludacris going.
Woo! That's your hype music. Welcome, Amanda Martin, to the studio.
All right, welcome to the COVID comedy show. Also not going to be able to breathe that, so gonna take that off and take these fucking gloves off as well. What's up, guys? So hold on, let me adjust my little thing here. So this microphone's not actually recording anything. It's actually just attached to a PVC pipe, but it gave me a chance to go to Home Depot today, so that was exciting. Alrighty, guys. So I'm actually gonna have all of you guys do some exercises with me since I'm a trainer, and
I need that.
we're gonna go in. So I'm gonna have everybody stand up real quick.
She's being serious.
I'm being serious. Get your ass up.
She is.
Alrighty.
You're gonna get a nice belly shot.
Ooh,
Look at all this belly weight from my COVID diet.
I feel like some of these exercises build that booty. I'll tell you some more later about how to tighten that booty hole, though.
Ooh, okay. I was just asking about that.
All right, now that everybody's
No,
standing up.
we need to loosen it.
Jesus Christ.
That's called poppers. All right, so we're gonna start off by everybody's gonna do some squats. So let's do a couple squats here. We're gonna go down.
Can you model how to do those? Okay.
And
Got
get
a
back
table
up.
in the way.
And then we're gonna go back down.
I did not agree to exercise.
I don't give a shit.
That's
Back
not-
down.
This isn't comedy. The comedy is the fact that we're making us fucking exercise. You bitch.
Right.
You fucking bitch. Carol
I didn't
Baskin,
agree to
motherfucker.
this.
Carol Baskin put you up to this shit.
This is what she
Jesus.
did. This is her
Carol
plan.
Baskin did not fucking kill her husband.
Oh, all right. That
Oh.
ends the comedy show for
Cut
tonight.
it.
You are
guys. So,
asking for a
Cut it.
baskin, fam.
Ooh, hot. Give it
You
to
are
me.
asking for a baskin.
All
Clearly,
right,
these guys are fat.
All right, now that you guys are done with your squats, we're going to do the last exercise. So what I want you guys to do is I'm going to have you put both your hands out like this. Okay. So I'm going to have you put one hand over your mouth. I'm going to have you make the other hand into a fist. And if you're a Christian, I'm going to have you put your middle finger in the air. Awesome. That is about how you're going to feel about me by the end of the night. All right, let's get going with it. All right, guys, like I said, I'm a trainer. I think I'll tell you a little bit about me. So I have two little brothers, and a couple summers ago, my super scrawny little brother decided that he wanted to start working out with me. So I was like, all right, dude, I got him some gym clothes, and we were got him a gym membership when we were getting ready to go work out at the gym. And before we started working out, he said to me, he's like, Amanda, I need to tell you something before we start working out. I was like, all right. And he goes, have you ever noticed that I don't wear shorts around the family? It might be because he has a monster cock, because he's like super tall and skinny. We all know what that means, but that's beside the point. So I was like, yeah, you do. Now that you mention it, I do recognize that. And he's like, well, there's a reason. So my brother was an RA at his college, his sophomore year at school, and he decided that he wanted to fit in with crowds. So one of the kids in his dorm said, "Hey Nick, I bought a tattoo gun off of Amazon, and you should let me tattoo you."
That's a terrible idea.
And
my gosh.
and being my brother being who he is, and striving for affirmation from everybody, he of course said yes. So he got a tattoo on his thigh. A couple months later, the kid comes back to him and says, "Hey Nick, you should let me tattoo you again." Nick said, "Okay." So he gives him another tattoo on his thigh. So my brother has two tattoos on the top of his thigh. One is an arrow, and the other one is a sailboat. Now, guys, when I tell you I could have done a better job tattooing him with a guitar string, a ballpoint pen, and a car battery. And I was like, dude, how have you hidden that for so long? And he's like, I just always wear pants around the family. So we get on with our, our workout routine. And a couple months down the road, he calls me up and he goes, hey, mom and dad saw my tattoos. And this is the brother that's never gotten in trouble ever with my parents. Now he's a stupid Libby commie bastard, so he's always in trouble with my parents. So kind of like that. There's your road stuff. So he never gets in trouble with my parents. So I was thinking, like, finally, yes, like it's my time to shine. It's my time to be favorite kid. My brother is gonna get caught with these stupid janky prison tattoos. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, so what did mom and dad say? And he's like, yeah, they don't care. And I was like, what? You kidding me? I was like, how'd you get away with that? And he's like, no, Amanda, it's cool because the same day my tattoos came out, so did our brother.
Smart.
So typically comedians have some hard liquor and a cigarette, and I have some Mike's Hard and a Jewel, so tonight's gonna get weird. So yeah, my big brother came out of the closet, and a couple years later, my middle brother came out of the closet. He says he's bisexual, but that's the phase that we always go through before we just fully embrace the gay. But it's funny because when I came out to my baby brother, I was 17, he was 13, and I was like, Michael, I need to tell you something. I'm gay. And, growing up as religious as we did, he said to me, Amanda, I love you, but you know how I feel about that. And all I'm thinking is like, fuck you, you little faggot. You're going to tell me the same thing in about 7 years. And he did.
Yeah.
And a couple of years later, my middle brother came out of the closet as well. And it's funny because so I'm sitting there talking to my middle brother, and he's like, Amanda, I'm bisexual. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, whatever. And then I got thinking, I was like, damn, like, poor mom and dad, like they raised us in these like super Christian religious home, and like, what are the odds they end up with 3 gay kids? And then I said to him, I was like, all right, well, I came out first, I'm gay. Mike came out second, he's gay. You came out third and you're bisexual. So like normally it's 3 strikes, you're out, but like you're bisexual, so you're kind of like a foul ball. And like, while normally foul ball is a strike, like you can strike out on a foul ball. And he looked at me with the most like puzzled look ever, and I was like, oh yeah, why would I expect a queer bag like you to get a sports reference? But it's actually been a lot of fun growing up and becoming an adult and having conversations with my brothers about kind of just like our mindset and experiences that we went through, being gay in church. And well, I wish I was being gay in church. There were a lot of hot moms at church. But no, just growing up Christian, and just kind of the impacts that had on our mentality. And then years later, my baby brother said to me, he goes, so Amanda, I feel like I need to tell you, like, I'm actually the reason that you're gay, which is like the oddest thing to hear from your brother. And I was like, wait, dude, you got to explain. Well, like I said, I came out at 17 and my brother was 13. And at 13, you kind of discover what your wiener is all about. And after I came out, my brother felt so guilty about how much he was incessantly masturbating that he made a deal with God that if God made me not gay, that he would stop masturbating. And he didn't stop masturbating. So here we are.
That's awesome.
Oh, please milk that for all it's worth with him.
Well, he certainly did.
He kept milking it. Yeah.
It's
So,
not my fault.
What's not your fault?
No,
Just don't
that's the
break it
all you
like
can
Carl
say.
did.
It's not your fault. It's your brother's fault.
It is my brother's fault.
He wouldn't,
so,
mom
yeah.
and dad. He wouldn't stop jacking it. So I'm gay too.
And I found out years later, side note, I found out years later that he confessed to my mom that he looked up naked men in the shower on Google. And then she was just so surprised when he came out of the closet. True story. True story. So speaking of masturbation, let's just get into that while we're on it. So how many of you have ever masturbated before? Awesome. I think it's funny kind of growing up in the church, and we're always talking about how men constantly yank it and crank it, but us women were told to just not dress like a fucking whore because we're gonna cause our brothers to stumble. We're never really told about how girls masturbate at all. But we're told to not have premarital sex because it's a gift for our husband. And but I think the most like daunting thing about all that is that we're told that like you shouldn't have sex before marriage, like you shouldn't fornicate because God is watching. And that kind of got me thinking, to be honest. Like so God's omnipresent and is everywhere at all times, and is watching people have sex. And so I started looking up some statistics, and I'd like to actually read some of these stats for you. Oh, and Chris, I wanted to thank you for helping me out with the math on this because I was really struggling. So I looked it up, and about 120 million times a day, people are having sex. So let's just let's get rid of all the threesomes and the orgies and all that shit out there, and just assume it's two people having sex, right? So 120 million times a day, people are having sex. So that's 240 million people a day that are having sex. If you break that down by hour, it's 10 million people per hour that are having sex. And we break that down even more. Again, Chris, thank you for the math help. About 170,000 people every single minute are having sex. So
wow.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of doing the math over here, and I think that God might be the biggest porn addict of all time. And if that's not fucked up enough, let's take it further. So we all know that, you're not supposed to have sex outside of marriage, you're supposed to wait. And if not that, you're definitely supposed to love somebody and know God, you should definitely wait until you're at least an adult to have a sex. But let's be honest, like kids be humping and fucking all the time. So if God is everywhere at all times and watching people have sex, that means that God is definitely watching children have sex, which means Jesus is a pedophile.
Oh no.
So then it got me thinking, like, all right, like I just kind of like picture like the second coming, like Jesus is like, oh, I've arrived. All of a sudden, like Chris Hansen walks out. He's like, hey Jesus, why don't you have a seat over there? So what are you doing here? Well, come for my children. And Chris Hansen whips out some texts. I didn't actually have a Bible, but it's called the Book of Useless Information, so same thing. So it looks like you're telling these children that you want them to drink your blood and eat your body. That's pretty dark, Jesus. Oh, and I see you brought some snacks for your children. Let's see what we got here. Chris Hansen opens it up, and there's a couple fish and a couple loaves of bread. And what the fuck is this shit? And Jesus says, oh, it's manna. And Chris Hansen says, that looks fucking disgusting. Then as he searches lower and lower in the bag, he's like, so Jesus, we ran into another problem. See, you're here to meet up with children, and see that you brought these bottles of wine. And Jesus says, oh shit, I swore that was water. I'm not gonna lie though, Jesus was pretty enticing. Like, he may not have a puppy for you to help find and some candy, but he did offer salvation. So I'm just gonna wrap it up by saying this, guys. If you're ever feeling bad about yourself and just kind of feeling low, and you're like, damn, I'm watching porn a little bit too much, at least you didn't create children to watch them have sex.
Oh man.
Oh man, I was gonna hit the applause button, but I just don't know. I still want to go to heaven.
Bravo.
Yeah,
Why?
it's
Me
very
and
good.
Chris aren't going to be there. It's going to be way more fun in hell.
Actually, that is I was thinking about that the other day. It's like they say, it's narrow is the road and wide is the gate to hell. And start thinking of all the people who are supposedly going to heaven. I'm like, I really don't want to hang out with those people. Like, it doesn't sound like fun at all.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so funny because like I said, like my brother and I will we'll just like reminisce. Like, my brother and I tripped mushrooms together a couple months ago, and it was honestly the best trip that I've ever had. My brother and I like connected on such a deep level. But we were talking about going to church camp, and like I don't know what your guys' church camp was like, but I definitely got saved like every year. Fire insurance. But I remember because I went to one of those like modern churches where it's like everything's like Chris Tomlin, David Crowder Band, Hillsong, and the last night of church camp they don't have like a regular sermon, they just have like an hour and a half of worship. And I remember the youth leader being like, "This is what heaven's gonna be like." I remember being like 17 and being like, "This sucks." Like,
imagine growing up in a Baptist church and that being your hymns being your songs, and like, this is gonna be what heaven's like. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. Can I take a nap instead? Like, is there like a sleep for eternity button instead? But hey, Amanda, this is for you. Didn't realize your set was getting ready to be over. I would have that queued up, but thank you. You're awesome. That was awesome. That was funny. A little offensive, not gonna lie. You leave my Jesus alone, okay?
I like
that's why I had you guys go like this to me in the beginning. So
Paul Matthew Harrison. Paul Matthew Harrison wants you to know that it's been 6 years for him. So God has been watching him read theology and cry.
That's a little bit more sad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
man.
And I can identify with that in so many ways.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. You read Grindr and go get hooked.
That's
up.
right.
In the middle of a pandemic.
Oh man.
Oh my God! So speaking of pedophiles, though, so
still on it.
Who's speaking of pedophiles? Who?
well, I thought we talked about Hillary Clinton for a second.
Okay.
What do you think those Benghazi emails were actually about?
Your set is over.
Is it though?
Is it, dude? My life is a set, bitch.
I was gonna say, yeah, she's always on.
I am always on.
Because you're ahead. This is a path.
Watch out, the gays
Tom,
are crossing swords.
Tom
No.
Barrios says
This
Grindr is the
path
best.
at 10 p.m.
Tom says
No,
Grindr is the
Seth,
best. Tom, I love you, man.
This is gonna sound fucked up, but stick with me, okay? Okay, Seth, I thought about you the other day because my latest thing that I'm binge watching on YouTube is these people that like pretend to be like little kids on Grindr, Plenty of Fish, Tinder, any of those, and then they basically go confront the people that are going to meet up with them. And
Okay,
I was
I've
like,
seen
oh my
these.
God, I better tell Seth he better be stay away from children.
You're gonna be on YouTube, Seth.
I'm like, I know him. I know him.
I think staying away from children in and of itself is a good enough reason to not want to hook up with children.
Yeah, who wants those little
Or
crotch
caught
goblins,
by
you know?
YouTube? I think it's a bigger moral issue at question. And by the way,
I'm
Tom
just saying, a lot of
Barrows
those people are gay men. So
on live
at the end of the
here,
day, I hope that you're on the right side of statistics. That's
he says
all.
that Grindr is the best.
We've already said
We
that.
read that 5
Oh
minutes
my
ago.
God. Okay, Seth,
Whatever.
true or false? Because you know
Tom
how
is hella straight, by the way.
I don't know. He said it was the best.
You never know. Paul Matthew Harrison says Seth catches sex like it's COVID-19. He just breathes and he's under a pile. He's my hero.
Seth, I have a question for you though, for real.
on Facebook
So
Live.
it's funny to me that one, that you're as libtard as you are. No, stick with me. because my brother told me this, and I find this very interesting because like the LGBT community is like social justice warriors, you know. But I heard
There's
on
some letters.
I heard
I've held
on
my tongue a lot
Grindr.
recently.
I'm offended.
I heard on Grindr that you can actually like narrow your search by race, so you don't have to look at races that you're not attracted to.
Yes.
True, right?
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing. I actually don't have a problem with that. But it's funny to me that the people that are like, oh my God, I am her. Never mind, I'm not going to go there.
Don't you know? Okay, hold time out. Do you know the people who get on Grindr?
I know you.
Okay, the people who get on Grindr are the scum of the earth. Okay,
Are you the scum of the earth? You are our angel, Seth.
Literally every gay. Here's the thing.
People on Grindr
every gay man that I've ever known is on Grindr, so I would say that statement that you just made is accurate.
Okay.
Ouch.
What I am saying is like people on Grindr,
So wrong.
people on Grindr will have as their profile like no black, no femme, no trans, no fat. Like
No man boobs.
I don't
no
We are
Asian
totally
is very
Seth's
common.
already. I'm gonna cry
Is
myself
this
to
what
sleep.
yours says, Seth?
No.
know. What does yours say?
Yeah, what does yours say?
What? This
Open
is
for
not-
business?
Yeah, what does yours say, Seth?
You lick
Everybody wants to
you
know.
lick it, I'll stick it.
Joe Pacheco
Grindr
says sinners
profile
going to
and your
hell get
Facebook.
on Grindr.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Right now, my display name is birthday because I haven't changed it because I'm not a whore.
What?
About me, looking for a good time, good conversation, and something real. I am a co-host of the Fade to Gray podcast,
What?
as well as too many podcasters.
He put us
are
in his
still
Grindr
rental.
profile.
Enjoy friendly banter, cat dad, book enthusiast.
How many people that you
chorus.
hooked up with are now listening to the Fade to Gray podcast?
I don't
What's your
know.
conversion
Listen,
rate?
If it results in
You know
listens,
what?
How many have we
It's like,
lost?
it's like the gay Great Commission.
listen, if I can tie, listen, I'm a self promoter, and I don't like to do it a lot on Facebook. Like
He'll do it
So
on
you do
Grindr.
it on
I know.
Grindr.
So I'll do it on
Thanks.
Grindr. Why not? These people look at your profile for 5 seconds to make it a decision. and they
That's
walk
how you
away.
got all those comments on Mental Podcast. You said, I'll come and suck your dick if you go and give me a rating on Mental. That's how
not
you
a
did
bad
it.
I did
idea. I
not.
should literally
I
go
did
on
not do
Tinder and be
that.
like, I will literally send you an ass shot if you go like my page.
I did ask people.
Let's
like,
be
on
honest, I'm
Scruff.
not above it.
Scruff.
I asked them.
I mean,
I just said,
I'm
hey,
an ass
do you want to
man,
do me a
so
favor?
you can actually send the ass shot to Elizabeth, and I'll just like snoop on her phone and still give you a review. Can I
Oh.
review your ass on your podcast though?
Can you please
Ask
not give me
reviews?
a 1-star review?
Only
Because
if
I'm
like
still trying to
Elizabeth
figure
is
out
the
who did that for
last
the
because
Fade to
she's
Gray.
the best to review my ass.
Oh.
Oh.
Or can
thanks.
Seth and I send like side by side duet ass shots, and then you can tell me like
And I rate them.
Seth's
Yeah.
idea of working out is lifting up a Diet Pepsi bottle. So I imagine your ass is
or
way
petting
better.
his pussy. That's how he gets his forearm workout.
This has been great. Should we let people know that this is it for the night, or should we need to start another live stream to tell people that?
I
to
think we
break
just
the
let 'em know
news.
now.
All right. So this is it, guys. If you are watching and hoping to end your evening with some ukulele Russ, I am sorry to disappoint. But that mother trucker lives in Alaska, and they're in Alaska. They do what they want, and the
Isn't
internet
it
does
like
what.
still light out there? I feel like
Aaron
if it's
Weiss
light
was just
out,
on
you
here
should
and
have
he was like,
Wi-Fi.
sunny-
I know
sunny
that's
as
like an
shit.
illogical thought, but I feel like that makes sense in my mind.
That
It
what?
should be.
If there's light out, you should have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, like I feel like you should have like solar Wi-Fi. Like I know that doesn't make sense. I have like no idea how computers work, but whatever.
I mean, there's some logic there.
There's
Sure, why
not. It's okay.
So
It's
Hillary,
7
but,
p.m. in
logic.
there, so.
but
yeah,
what
it's
were you
probably
going to
still
say
light.
about Hillary Clinton?
Oh my God.
Oh, who gives a shit? Oh,
Oh
my
my
God,
God.
no.
Go look up Pizzagate.
That's like so like 10 years ago.
It's
Why
not
is the
debunked.
question?
She is eating children's hearts.
We asked the Colt guy about that today, about like celebrities and all that stuff, if they're really doing that kind of shit. And he said no.
He didn't deny it. He just said that.
No.
Yeah.
There's no
I don't know.
evidence.
I've seen some pretty like, convincing material on like the Illuminati. So let's be honest. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z like sacrificed children, and like, you know what? I'm still part of the Beehive. I don't give a
You
fuck.
still love her?
I do. Have you seen that ass? Like,
I have not.
you should. I'll send you a pic.
Okay.
I got you.
Oh man, it's been a long day, guys.
Long day.
Chad, do you have a question? Chad's here. Holy
Yep.
shit!
He's here, and
Now, Johnson?
he wrote in the Q&A asking if one of us is fielding questions.
Yeah.
Is Chad Idle Hands Son Shaft Showalter? Oh, Idle Hands on
Mother.
Shaft.
I don't care that this is Facebook Live, motherfucker. This you know better.
Are we
You
allowed
are
to say who it really is?
AG. Okay. Get it right.
Hi, Chad. What's your question?
We bring him on.
Yeah, bring him on.
Yeah, just bring him on. Shit.
Do that.
I'll do that.
Who's the host?
You're coming on, Chad, whether or not you like it. or not.
Elizabeth sounded
video
like
on.
a radio host there. Like, hi, Chad. What's your question?
Put on a smile.
Chad's probably running right now.
Probably.
Hello.
Hey, Chad.
Chad.
Hey,
Okay,
I
there's
really don't have a question. I was just being obnoxious.
Imagine that. Well, if we're gonna end a night full of Fade to Gray marathon. Oh my God, I'm hearing myself too. Is this your first time using technology?
Oh, dude.
you need headphones.
Mute him. Who's the host? You're the host. Mute him.
Well, it was nice having you on, Chad.
There we go.
So now I can hear
I think
you
I
great.
fixed it. now.
Yes, go Chad.
There you go, Chad.
So, but
I
yeah,
think I fixed it.
it's
Is
only
that better?
fitting that we
Yeah.
bring you. Yes, much better. Only fitting that we bring you on to wrap up the evening. What's the wise words from Chad? You want to pray us
Dude,
out?
One of my daughters just walked in the room, so I got to be careful. I'll probably have to put my AirPods in so they can't hear the conversation.
You might want to, because I'm about to start
It's
cussing
okay.
right
We'll
now.
just hear me saying Jesus is a pedophile.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, they already know that. Let me.
Oh, wait. That's
You
not
can't hang out
gonna-
with us, Chad. You're
We're
losing
not
points.
moving past that.
All-
We're
all
stopping
the crowns
right
in
there.
heaven you've been building up, seeing
Yeah,
on
it's
stage,
got-
you're gonna
yeah.
just lose them by hanging out. One
I
night with
already
us.
know
I'm
that.
just gonna roll up to the pearly gates, and they're gonna be like, "No."
You hung out with those dudes.
I'm like, "No, I got dirt on Jesus. You are letting me in, motherfucker."
No, it was a pretty good day though. I enjoyed everybody. I heard a little bit of Carl Idle Hands on Dick. What was his name? I can't remember.
Carl. Idlewild.
Idlewild.
Did you learn something?
Yes, Carl Idlewild. Yes, him. It was interesting. I kind of had some thoughts. I was a little bit busy when I was listening, but I'm like, this choking thing, it's like a whole new level. I don't know. It
Maybe
was
you're
like
the one.
borderline like.
Maybe you're the one that might like getting choked. Maybe have Melody choke.
I don't think.
She's
I
good
think.
enough
I think Chad would fear that because once she got started, could she
probably
stop?
very true.
Once she stop?
I got a funny story. I'm going to tell it because I feel like we need to give God some props after Amanda came here and set fire to everything. Thank you. But I wanted to share these polls with you the other day. Yesterday, we were driving. Me and Elizabeth were leaving Pennsylvania to come to North Carolina, and been on the road not even 30 minutes, and it went from blue skies to full on like monsoon. And I couldn't see anything, and I was.
You don't need to tell this story.
Marco
Tell
Polo.
it.
I'm telling it. Marco Poloing with Chris and the Fade to Gray guys and everything, and I made some comment about we were just goofing off because like we're having this revival and this is spiritual warfare and see like the devil's sending the storm so we can't get down to North Carolina. I was like, I need you to pray, and I shit you not, this man Christopher Johnson like legit said a real prayer. Christopher Johnson. I was kind of
Yeah,
I
it's
just
okay, it's okay.
combined
We're
you guys'
live. He
name,
needs
but
to be
we're gonna
Christopher
keep going. So it was kind of like a Christopher Johnson moment. But he put out his inner Chad, and he dug deep. He used some Christianese. I think all the Christianese he can remember, and it worked. I mean, it is a miracle. There has not been a raindrop to hit the ground. We are in a drought right now because this prayer that Chris prayed. Like he started praying that the skies would open up, would have a clear drive home, and within a minute, like I'm seeing blue skies ahead of me, and then like 2 minutes after that, like no windshield wipers for the rest of the trip.
It's called coincidence.
Nope.
It's
Did
called.
you forget about Ukulele Russ?
Did we forget? Oh no, he's not coming.
I mean, the dude didn't pray for Ukulele Russ. What I'm saying.
Oh yeah, Chris.
Chris,
we need you to pray for his internet right now.
Dear Lord Jesus,
What happens?
we lift our hands up to you today, and we pray for the Wi-Fi of our brother,
the Withy.
Ukulele Russ. I don't know.
Don't
I'm
stop
actually-
now, Chris.
Yes, Lord.
I'm actually happy
to
that
start doing
Ukulele Russ's Wi-Fi's back. 'Cause I'm ready to go to
Yes,
sleep.
Lord.
You're scared to finish the prayer because he might like call us halfway through and be like, "Yeah, we're good. Let's go." You guys up for another 2 hours?
No.
It's been a long day.
It has been. So let's let everybody else go to sleep. They're probably tired of hearing us too.
They are.
If you've been around today at all and you're catching this, it was just a blast. This is something, like I said, it was an idea we stole from Elizabeth, who had done an online conference, and we're like, let's do that. That could be fun. And we had some guests like that we were eyeballing, and it just kind of worked out that we were able to schedule them all pretty much on the same day. Really nervous how things were going to work out technology wise, and just who was going to show up at all. And it has been a great day. It's going to take me a little while to unpack some of the things that were said today, because I was not prepared. I knew it was going to be good content, but just every one of the speakers, I could get emotional here, but like, I love what we do. I love that. Chris, Seth, thank you. Chad, you've been here from the beginning. I fucking lost Amanda, but
she's still here.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, but just that yes, and Elizabeth, I'll say your name too. They want me to say your name too. That the atmosphere that you guys are able to create here, where like our guests can come on and just be comfortable and be real and be vulnerable. I'm just glad to be part of it, honestly. And there's a few times, especially during Robert's talk and a couple other things, where I had to like collect myself because I was trying to like receive what I was hearing and still carry a conversation for the rest of everybody else. So.
Robert's talk put me into an emotional tailspin, so that when we got to Lunsford, it was like the floodgates opened, and I was just so thankful I didn't have to be on video. Today it's been powerful to see what we've done. Anyways,
Amanda says Seth likes to receive what he's seeing.
Shut up. Really?
He doesn't like to receive. No, he likes to receive what he's seeing.
So I just want to say that I didn't get emotional once. But I've had a great day.
Yeah.
You're a robot.
Yeah.
It was fun. We'll do it again, guys. So if you're on Facebook, thanks for joining us. Next time, I think it's going to be a lot easier, not as intimidating, and maybe a little bit more organized. But thanks for bearing with us. Thanks for joining with us. Thanks for your questions. And tomorrow we'll be back live for a few episodes. You can guys see behind the scenes. We're just going live with Movies That Molded Me, live with Four in Tow, live with Mental.
Yes.
And we'll also wrap something up with a roundtable of sorts. Maybe by then had some time to decompress some of this stuff, and we can talk about it with you guys. And I'd like to hear some of you guys' feedback as well. So join us again tomorrow. Get some good sleep.
Hit us up on Marco Polo. We love to talk to people face to face.
Yep.
Really enjoyed it, guys.
Just let us know.
Enjoy.
Thanks,
you,
Chad.
Seriously, thanks for coming on and being around.
Yeah. Thanks everyone who joined our Patreon, and thanks to everyone who's gone and given us a like over at Facebook. And
Jeremy, who's still here.
Yeah.
What up, homie?
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time.
11:30.
11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Starting out with the hottest homeschool mother that I know.
Oh. Fuck, he's gonna meet another one.
That's not funny.
He just triggered Seth.
And thanks, Amanda.
That's always true.
I laughed my ass off.
Yes, that was very funny. That was good.
Hilarious.
All right, love you guys. Peace.
Peace.